Hi, I'm Shane Phillips, the CEO of the Phillips Group, and I'm here at the HR Summit and Expo, the largest HR event in the Middle East. And I'm here with Mr. Reza Moussavian, the SVP, Human Resources Development for Deutsche Telekom. Mr. Reza, welcome.
Hi, Shane.
It's great to have you here. And so just before we got on camera, you were talking a little bit about reskilling and upskilling. Can you tell us what you're doing in that area at Deutsche Telekom?
Yeah, sure. As a telecommunications company, we have to move from providing connectivity based solutions, which is rather, what is network capacity and that you can use your mobile phone, up to digital services and to become a software-based digitalized company. That requires a fundamental change of the business model, and it requires for that fundamental change of what are the future services we're going to provide, how are we actually generating revenues, requires us to bring in new skills. So whereas telecom's operations of the past was, you had an engineer, someone who understands the physical network, today you need people that have an understanding of AI, of machine learning, of software engineering, of IT solution architecture, of data science, and so on. So we talk about a new set of digital skills, and alongside those hardwired technical skills, you need also people that have an understanding of agile working, Scrum Master, design thinking facilitator, UX designers. And by the way, I'm not talking about the IT area or only the IT area or in product management or marketing. That are skills that are required in finance, in marketing, and in the board. So for us, and I think we are not the only ones who are looking for these skills, this is really fighting for the talents because these skills, these resources are scarce, and we cannot hire them only externally. So it means we have to change our existing workforce. So how to move a classical project manager into a leading edge digital visionary product owner or Scrum Master. How to develop a coder into someone who understands artificial intelligence. And these are the journeys we are embarking on as an organization, and where we have to reskill in many cases, so people moving from an existing job into a future job that might not exist today, fully described, and that's quite a journey.
So how are you tackling this? Are you creating, so it must be a very robust learning and development program.
So the question is, how much can we anticipate for these journeys on future profiles where we are not 100% sure? So it means we have to combine different learning strategies. So mentoring, coaching, job visits, business assignments, in addition to the formal learning. And for the formal learning, we have to rethink: is the traditional program, is that sufficient, or do we have to change it to make it more gamified, like a Netflix experience in learning? And all of this creates a completely new ecosystem, if you want, in learning or skilling, or new skilling, how I prefer to call it, which HR is in charge of to designing that, but together with the few thought leaders that we have when it comes to digital skills.
And how is this affecting the overall L&D budget? Because it sounds like it must be ballooning in terms of the amount that you need to spend on training now to stay competitive.
Yeah, it's a very good question, Shane. So other companies have really set up kind of hedged funds for this type of skilling activities. We are trying really to move the existing learning environment, including the budget, into this new world. So really focusing on what is critical for us as in the future, and investing where reskilling, upskilling becomes the major topic. And on top of that, reskilling would help us then to save cost, because if we do it properly, if we reskill existing workforce the way they should be trained to cope with future challenges, we then, in ideal world, we would need less external hires. Yeah? We would need less externals who can work with the existing people. We have to change the visibility of our people, so talent management becomes a completely new subject. And so we have to combine different strategies: hiring, internal placement, talent management, upskilling, reskilling, communities of practice, so that this becomes one integrated strategy when we as an organization talk about skilling or about skills of the future.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your insights into what you're doing in Germany in the learning and development area, and it's been a pleasure listening to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Reza.
Thank you.
That was Mr. Reza Moussavian, the SVP of Human Resources Development at Deutsche Telekom. I'm your host, Shane Phillips from the Phillips Group, and we're at the HR Summit and Expo, the #1 HR event in the Middle East.